this is the gameplay that you want to watch and learn of. These are the top 4 players in the Netherlands, but also some of them arguably in the world. I'm not saying this is the top 4 of the world, but some of them actually proven themselves at the Pro Open already that they are. And we just kicked off, Brandon, the first leg of the grand final of the 7th edition of the eDivisie. Ajax versus PSV Eindhoven, Levy versus Emre. Here we go.
Here we go indeed. This is it. AFC Ajax against PSV Eindhoven, this year's 2024 KPN eDivisie Grand Final. Where do we start? Then Levy de Veerde against Emre Yilmaz. Ajax kicking from left to right with the first real chance of the game.
There's Levy.
What can they make from this sort of scenario? I mean, it was heartbreak last year for Levy de Veerde. He came this close, representing Ajax, with his teammate Finn, losing to the hands of Vitesse, who I'm sure was on the opposite side of that stage, alongside Damsheet. That's the finesse from distance, and that's your first warning shot fired. This is going to be a mechanical battle between just top players that are just going to work you, they're going to player lock you, they're going to Erling Haaland you, they're going to cause so many problems. If you want to learn a thing or two about FC24 at a top level, this is the grand final to go and do it.
Exactly that, Brennan. And as we saw there already, Levy getting into that position with Ruud Gullit, that finesse playstyle plus. He knew that he was, and Emre knew as well, and that's where he moved his goalkeeper to block that opportunity from Levy. And we can see already the relentless pressure from Emre, but Levy just being able to play out of it and getting into space on that wing. Rolfo, play lock.
There's the finesse. Little ball inside, Gullit. This has all been Levy so far. Flick on from Erling Haaland. Rolfo still waiting for the perfect pass to come through, and a moment to breathe as Emre Yilmaz can get back on possession.
Yeah, and now for Emre Yilmaz it is Quadrado. Trying to find something here, but doesn't manage to do quite so, as Levy does intercept that one. And first 15 minutes has been all for Levy thus far, as he is able to just cancel out Emre's fast-paced counterattacks and work his way through that pressure.
Well, it doesn't surprise many, Renzo, because Emre Yilmaz was 4th in terms of the individual player rankings for this year's eDivisie season. What we mean by that is the points on the board, the goals scored. Scored 59 goals. You know he's full of attacking play.
Yeah, and I must say so, I've seen these players battle against each other quite well, the amount of times. And even in some of the tournaments that Team Gullit have hosted in the past couple of years, and Levy's always come out of top against Emre. Always. There's not been a single victory for Emre. So I'm surprised the fact that PSV didn't even change for the grand final, judging that Levy would just play the first game. But here goes
Emre Yilmaz!
A big cross.
23 minutes in, and it's not Erling Haaland, believe it or not. He didn't even need a header to score that one.
It was
just on the half volley, tapped it in. Oh no, and it's 1-0 PSV lead.
Pick that one out. Pick that one out. Mbappe's left foot as well. And this is why you almost can't predict what Emre Yilmaz is going to do. I bet you Levy wasn't expecting this one.
Well, we said he's a goal-scoring machine, Emre Yilmaz. 59 goals in the competition in the normal league format. The current Champions League winner. He's going back there again later on this year. What I was going to say in the same breath of that, Renzo, is that defensively, Levy's one of the best players in the league.
Yeah, I think just overall people will recognize Levy for his defensive display usually and his build-up. And Emre, yeah, you can just tell, like you said it, he was only 1 goal short of becoming the actual top goal scorer of the competition, scoring 59 goals. That's on average at least 3 goals a game. And even throughout the eDivisie finals, he scored, what, 5 in the first one, 4 in the second one? And now he's already got 1 on board, and it's up to Levy to see if he can reply in that same fashion.
Here comes Levy. Finds it into R9, down this dangerous area, cut back. It's a coming together in the box. He just about gets out of that one, but
shaky stuff there.
That could have been a terrible ending if the goalkeeper was to ricochet that one off to a centre-back, and you never know.
You never know, indeed. But it was well done in the end by Emre, who finds the lofted through ball there to Mbappe, managing to hold on to that possession. As we see a dangerous play here.
There's Haaland, there's that flick on, cuts it down into R9, off the post, and just about dealt with there, but you're seeing already for Emre Yilmaz, he goes from 60 to 100 miles an hour in a split second with a couple of step overs.
Yeah, as he does indeed. But then Levy here,
And then
on the other end,
we've got Furlong Mendy here for Ajax trying to find an all-important equaliser. Thank you very much. He did not need a striker. All he needed was the French defender. A little ball roll inside. Outside the boot, we're all square here. Ajax 1, PSV 1.
60 to 100 miles per hour is not just Emre right now. It is apparently Levy as well, who realized that he might have to up the tempo in this game and expose Emre in the same way that he's trying to do with Levy. And yeah, this is just FC at its finest. If you don't score your own chances, if you don't manage to convert them, although it was a bit lucky for Emre in the end to get that chance, Levy will just come back and strike against you.
It's the perfect way to respond, isn't it? Minutes after conceding the goal.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want if you're Levy, who was dominating those first 15 minutes, we said it, and then Emre out of nowhere just manages to find a cross, gets that goal, and Levy just, yeah, trying to maybe not lose focus, thinking, okay, I was still playing good, but then obviously getting back a goal in the initial 10 minutes after. That's just beautiful.
Cuadrado whips it indeed. Van der Sar comes to save the day. That could have been.
Great goalkeeper movement there from Levy, realizing that Haaland was in with that double tap triangle.
It could have been an easy goal for Erling Haaland. 4 minutes away from half-time. If you are just tuning in, this is our grand final for this year's KPN eDivisie grand final. It's Ajax against PSV. It's Levy against Emre Yilmaz in this first game. Then we'll go to our second match, which will see PSV take on Mani Bashir. You've got a current world champion up against the current FC Pro Open champion. That one should be fireworks. Remember, this is best of 3. It's not aggregate scorelines. We're playing to find an individual winner in every single individual game.
And last attack actually goes to Levy here. I thought Emre was going to get that one, but it was a great offside trap. And let's see what Levy can still do with Rolfo here on that right hand side. This is just becoming dangerous. Back post cross, Haaland.
Lofted, isn't it? It's lofted so nicely.
But then again, great interception from Furlong Mendy. We're just in for some great EAFC.
Back for 45 more minutes of constant pressure between these two.
Oh, what is this?
I'm not sure what happened there, Emre Yilmaz, but I think you misclicked a button and you've just given away a corner.
And you don't want to give away corners like these.
Especially
Emre himself scoring 4 already.
Just watch Haaland. Player locked off him. The idea was to get Vincent Kompany on the board. De Bruyne might fancy that one on the edge of the box. Pateas is onside. Ball roll. Finesse. Corner again for Ajax. Let's watch again in the box, because I'll get your opinion on this in a second, Renzo, depending on what happens. But corners is a conversation itself. There's Haaland at the front post and 2 hands on it. I mean, for your pro players, how many corner routines do you have in mind?
So like how many options?
But ideas, yeah.
Yeah. So at least the boys from AZ had like 8. And I think with Levy we dropped it down to like 4. And Emre has 1, but he scored it 4 times today. So yeah, that's all good. He just only trusts in that one and the other ones. So you're looking at multiple options, but yeah, corner kicks, we've seen it throughout the most recent tournaments, this tournament today. It's just get it on Haaland, no matter if it's the near post, if it's the back post, just get it on his head.
I mean, it's all around him, isn't it? Whether you're flicking on or whether he's the man that's, of course, scoring the goal. Mbappe peeled out on this far-hand side. He's got 2 PSV players hassling him.
Just jumping back to that, like obviously it's a crucial element in competitive play, just getting your set pieces right. As Rolfo is working her way.
Flicked it up to Haaland's corner again. I mean, we're speaking about corners. Let's see another one play out from Levy. It's 3 corners.
And this is the third one. This is
about 5 in-game minutes. Let's see what you can do from this scenario. Again, we'll rework you back out to this side of Rolfo. Is Mbappe onside? Yes, he is. Haaland is there. You know what's going to happen. As Ajax make it 2-1. No one's going to stop him in the air.
And we see Levy's mother actually on screen right there in support. And it's just well worked in the end. Like I said, this was option free, taking it short, just getting a bit slower in the build-up, and then finding Haaland again in that back post position. Emre a little late to realize that the cross was on. Maybe could have moved his goalkeeper, but yeah, you have to take into consideration that there was more options, plenty of more options in the box. It's not as easy as it may sound. Emre Yilmaz, 2-1 down, 30 minutes left. What can you give us?
Ajax take the next step forward in this grand final. I mean, it was only a matter of time, you could argue, Renzo, and it was just constant corners. There's only so many times you can stop Erling Haaland from at least having a shot on target.
Yeah, for sure. And this is what I mean. Like, Levy's just against Emre working that right-hand side to almost perfection, where he has so many times the option to put that ball back in. But Emre just has to defend so much. As well, corner kick right now for Emre. He scored 4 already today. What
should we see another one? Yeah? All right, then we will. PSV go down the other end and they score a corner. I mean, instantly.
Brandon, this is like, you literally just asked me the question. I said it's just one option that he would go for, and it's been working perfectly for him. Because he's been running down that near post, like almost getting even further away from that near post than you might think, but baiting out the goalkeeper and just trying to get in front of the goalkeeper, and it's been working perfectly for him. 2-2, 67 minute, game on.
Emre Yilmaz 2-2 back in the game.
You can
got a feeling that this might actually go to a third game in a best of 3.
I mean, honestly, we deserve it as well with these players that are competing against each other. We just want to see it go out all the way down to the wire. If you're an FC Pro fan, Brandon, let's be honest.
Remember, it's €40,000 tournament in the eDivisie. The winning team will get €20,000 and all the bragging rights. PSV have never won an eDivisie across the past 6 seasons. The closest they came was in the first ever eDivisie back in 2018. For Ajax, though, this will be the 5th final they've been in the 7 years of this competition. They are so consistent, but needs, by their own levels and remarks, to get back lifting that trophy once again. You see an offside trap playing there from Emre Yilmaz, and then Mbappe will peel away in the space that's available. Is he offside?
Yeah, he's offside. But Brandon, 4 goals again. 3 of them was Haaland. Just one was of an R9, and that was the cross from Emre. I mean, don't want to be increasing his prize value, but that man certainly offers you a lot on the pitch in the game of EAFC 24.
Referee will play the advantage there. Levy. Mbappe's battling for it, back to De Bruyne, and
Mbappe fighting for Levy's badge there, getting squeezing that one just a little bit in front of Virgil van Dijk, and Emre just trying to slow down now a bit. Obviously, we're getting into these dying minutes of the game. First leg, like you said, Brandon, it's a best of 3 format. You have to win the game. You can't rely on your teammate now, as Emre looking to get that 3rd goal. Haaland turning, twisting, it's great dribbling. R9, doesn't manage to find that one. And it has, I mean, in all honesty, it's just been Levy controlling possession, getting in, running around the box, and just Emre with 2 quick attacks, 1 corner kick, 1 quick counter attack, and finding a cross. I don't know who's going to get this 3rd goal, Brandon. I'm not going to lie.
You could flip a coin, couldn't you, at this point?
Yeah, because you should be saying, like, okay, Levy is more dominant, but then here comes Emre Yilmaz.
Let's see. Mbappe's there queuing up. R9's got loads of space. He just runs into Hullet, and again, possession will change hands again.
A bit indecisive there from Emre Yilmaz, as
he's winning it back again. This could be a chance for Emre Yilmaz to snatch the game if he wants to. Back to De Bruyne. It will take a wicked deflection and just about go over the bar into a corner, and a pause menu. We will go. If that was to go in and that was to be the goal that was going to give PSV a slight advantage in game 1, it would have been a terrible goal to concede.
I mean, Levy's always calm and collected, but I bet he was going to be boiling inside of his mind if he conceded that one. But let's see, another corner kick. Emre Yilmaz, is he going to do it again?
You know where he's going. Punch back in.
And he did go for a different corner kick there. I'm surprised. Maybe that's why it didn't work as well, Brandon.
Didn't go for his trusty one.
Didn't go for his trusty one. Look at Quadrado there.
Remember, we will go to extra time if needed in individual matches here. This is a best of 3 now. The format changes for the grand final. So it's not a sort of 2-match aggregate scoreline anymore. Big switch of play finds Quadrado on this far-hand side.
88 minutes.
Will look to cause some problems for Alphonso Davies. We'll spin him, we'll twist him, we'll turn him. Who's going to be the player to take the shot from here? Tony Cruz whips it in the air. You know what he's trying to do? Oh, it's perfect from Levy! Lionel Messi! With the touch of God to potentially give Ajax the first win in this series. But that build-up play, it came from Haaland. You were thinking the ball was going up in the air and we're playing headers and volleys, but no. Just touched it down, one more pass. Lionel Messi, thank you very much.
That's a beautiful, beautiful combination there. Obviously, it's tough for Emre because you can't win that aerial duel. You just can't. And then, yeah, it's just quick passes. And it's already dragged out of position, but it's just very composed from Levy to, yeah, find those passes and the finish as well. I think he moved the goalkeeper in the right direction, but the chance was already there. Lionel Messi, who else would you want to step up in the 90th minute for you?
Well, what a chance this is now for Ajax to just see out these last couple of in-game minutes. We should give them the first win next to the name in this best of 3 series. You can see what Emre Yilmaz's doing on the opposite hand. He's just packed his midfield, full of attackers. He's got 5 attackers in there. Messi just doing enough, as I said.
Just getting it past Van der Sar there with his right foot even. Well, Emre Yilmaz has maybe 1-2 in-game minutes, and then that doesn't help Brandon. That's a mistake I'm not used to see Emre making. 3 in-game minutes, actually, I don't know. Okay, so there's still time.
There's never 3 minutes.
No, never in 6-minute halves, for sure.
We're going to see another goal maybe for Levy. No, he's more mature in these moments, just to take time out of the game. That's 2 minutes gone already from the game. And that should, unless Emre can get the ball past the halfway line, Sidon going around on the left-hand side. It's a long ball over the top. The referee will play on.
It's Alphonso Davies.
Can he outsmart Juan Quadrado? He's going to run off the pitch. Lofted it in into Mbappe. He needs to win the header, and that should do us for game 1. Ajax take the first win in the series, but there is still more to come.
As the game has already started.
I think it has. Let's jump into it now if we can. PSV Ajax back underway for the second time. Man of his short, kicking from left to right, has it all to do. He needs a win here to take us into a game 3. If PH can do anything like he's done all year so far, it will be Ajax back to winning ways here in Amsterdam. And picking up another eDivisie trophy next to their name.
Brandon, I can tell you this game is going to be on a very high level of pace. Manu Bachor facing off PSV in the second leg of the eDivisie finals. And like we said, Manu has it all to lose for PSV, because if he loses, that means Ajax are crowned eDivisie, KPN eDivisie finals champions. And PSV still has a game in hand. If he loses, then there's still a third game.
This could be a gift. Pateas, PSV, what can he do from here? Gullit takes it again. Goalie goes down to ground. It's a horrible deflection.
Well blocked in the end. Lucio having that playstyle plus as well, which does help you out very much, blocking those long shots like a Travella, like a finesse. But let's see, Mondi here for Manu, great dribbling. Oh, that's a little bit unfortunate there, I think, on the touch of Ruud Gullit, but let's see. PSV, yeah,
the legs there, Mbappe. Mbappe could be through for PSV. Ball roll inside or two. Goes on his own! Time green from Mbappe! And just like that, PSV will open up his account in this grand final. He just doesn't feel the pressure.
He's so relentless. He's so relentless whenever he gets that space. Just dives into that, runs literally onto you. He's just taking you on, Brandon. And then whenever there's a shot from PSV, I can tell you there's only one color that it is, and it's green. This one as well, time green to perfection in that far corner. And Manu, he's probably thinking like, does that really need to go in? But yeah, for some reason with PSV it always does. And I might have spotted a small amount of goalkeeper movement there towards that near post that could have caused. So,
and how hard is it to time it green every time? Because for these pros, it's just easy. It's just muscle memory, but it isn't that easy.
It isn't that easy, especially on these circumstances. Playing a game for an additional 10,000 euros, but it's just a title as well. The pressure of your teammates all in the back as well, and different animations, different players that you have to take into consideration. What animation are you going to get before the shot goes off? It's not that easy as it may look. PSV defends well there, blocking Manu.
He's just the one thing you've got two experienced players that have played in such big games, big tournaments, big finals. They've experienced this level of adrenaline before, and this pressure as PSV looks to find a second potentially here. Mateus. If I'll find that big switch of play into Rolfo, then you keep an eye on number 99 on the screen. Erling Haaland and Mbappe still looking for a second. PSV looking to cause nightmares in the box for Manu Bachur.
Yeah, he certainly is. And this is something I spoke to Levy about yesterday even as well. Like he was practicing all week with PSV, and he just says, man, whenever that guy gets in the box, I don't know, man, it's just something else. And coming from Levy, who's one of the best defenders, I think, in general, that says something, and we saw it there. But let's see what...
Massive switch! Oh, it's a save from Van der Sar.
That was from Quadrado on Erling Haaland. But a massive save there, indeed.
Well, let's see from this corner, which hasn't been dealt with properly. It's another corner again. And it's PSV. Manu Bachur will get another chance to move this one for Ronaldo. Back to Haaland, just like that, we're all square. And of course it's him scoring again.
The Norwegian giant, Brendan.
Just keeps coming from corners, Renzo.
Man, and not even, right, this one wasn't even a header. What a phenomenal foot item.
3 players around him and it still goes through.
0.25 XG as we saw there, Brandon. But yeah, game on. And let's see how Enrique will treat this, because obviously it was quite the same display. Like Levy was controlling the possession a bit more in the first 15 minutes. Same for me in this game for Paulo. But then again, PSV come out with one just a little break, and then they get a corner kick, and it's 1-0. And definitely something for Manu to build up on from, because he definitely wasn't feeling it. We saw some controller settings being changed as well. Just double checked after that goal from PSV. Now he probably is feeling like, okay, the stuff that I changed is working.
Well, I think he turned off the controller vibration, which was
actually,
one of them. So yeah. I don't blame him for that. It probably was a bit of a shock when
your controller starts vibrating.
when you're playing and PSV just scored against you, your controller starts vibrating. Here's another chance. It just falls back very kindly to that Ruud Gullit, the ultimate birthday one that is ridiculous. Mbappe around the corner. De Bruyne. PSV.
What a goal!
Will flip the game on his head, and it's Manu Bachur that is now back in the driving seat.
I must admit that was a fantastic goal, Brendan. Did you see how many mechanics Manu actually triggered at? Look at this creative run from De Bruyne. He triggered him towards the byline a little bit, then triggered him again so he would make that run into the box, finding 1 or 2 extra passes before he actually finds KDB, who wasn't quite a tough angle, Brandon. But KDB on that right-hand side, he has done some magical stuff for Manu Bachur. Well, what is it? The past 6 to 7 months or so, winning him a world championship, and now putting him ahead in the eDivisie finals against PSV.
If you're unfamiliar as well with the restrictions in play here, no budgets, but up to 4 icons / team of the year. That De Bruyne is one of Manu's important picks in the team. PSV looking to reply instantly with Erling Haaland. What a block from Lucio.
Oh, that's a massive tackle. I thought PSV did get past Manu Bachur's defense there, but in the end, it was a wonderful slide tackle there. Well placed, well timed, and PSV will probably look back at that one a bit frustrated, maybe. As 41st minute, I think it's a little too
Well, suddenly, Manu started scoring a couple of goals now. You can see the difference in the confidence.
Exactly.
When he's on the ball, he's so much more positive. He knows he can break down PH in.
For sure, for sure. Like I said, this was going to be a high goal-scoring game, and right now we're actually going to be looking at PSV and trying to get this last attack. That's a brilliant feed from Rolfo. Mbappe is in.
Can he find the cutback that he's looking for? R9 will try his best to play to Haaland, but it's just not going to happen, and that should be a really perfect half overall from Manu Bashir, who went 1-0 down early doors.
Look at this KDB again, but against Varane.
It's a 2-1 up, as that ball should go out of play. Yes, it does. That's half-time in between the two legs. Remember, PSV have to win this game to take us to a third and final matchup. I don't know exactly on the rules. You can maybe correct me on this. Do they choose who plays the third game, or is it the two winners?
So I had to
be Levy and Manu.
And yeah, they can pick.
They can pick.
They can pick. Let's see.
This could be a ridiculous early start, by the way. We've only just come back into the second half here, and PSV.
Whoa!
World champion Manu Bashir showing what he's all about here in Amsterdam. How about that one? Teed up, didn't need Erling Haaland. I'll have a power shot instead. Boom. Whew. Thank you very much. PH in. He's feeling the pressure now.
I have to say, you asked me how's Manu looking before. I think it was the semi-final or even the quarter-final. How's he looking in terms of his level? Early in the season, he wasn't feeling himself, and I said, like, prime Manu, I think he's back. Then semi-final Manu, I didn't see that, but right now, damn. He is doing some.
Oh my. PAZ could be in serious trouble here. Can Manu make the most of this chance? No, he can't.
Should have probably taken that shot there. But PSV is definitely feeling the pressure right now from Manu.
So with this in mind, if this was to stay the same, we'll be going into a third and final matchup.
Who's going to play?
Who do you think plays?
Yeah, I mean.
I think we know the answer. I think it could be a Levy Manu. Is PH
tough.
Is PH going to back himself to go into that third game after losing this one?
Yeah, I think he won't. But I'm just trying to dive into the brain of Manu here as we see a chance again. Power shot faked, but good defense from PH.
I just feel like
he doesn't really think that Emre shouldn't be able to beat Levy. So he's going to ask Emre, and I think Emre will just say, Manu, you play. So yeah. Manu Levy seems more likable. But then again, what is PSV going to do? I don't know.
Again, there is still 32 minutes or so left to be played here. PSV are 3-1 up. And Manu is playing out of his skin right now. That little reversal has to go pop up into a finish for R9.
We're seeing some fantastic FC here from Manu. He is, yeah, he's cooking.
Yeah. So I had an itchy back there. It's a very interesting game, this one. You're right. He went 1-0 down early doors, Manu Bashir, and he didn't look like he was at the races. Scored one goal from that corner. Game completely changed. Now he's given PH in a really good game. Let's jump back into it now if we can. Because there's another corner to come in towards that front post.
Honestly, I don't think after that corner kick, PH really has had a chance. Manu, it's all been Manu. But then again, these players, they have kind of the same characteristics, as in, if you give PSV a little bit of energy right now, if he gets a scrappy goal, you're in serious trouble. Yeah, you're in serious trouble. And that was the same with Manu. Manu got that corner kick and was a bit scrappy before that. PSV might get a little upset, but Manu feels, okay, we're back.
Such a confidence play, isn't it? So many moments.
It is, and this, again, brilliant feed from Manu, just being able to dribble out of that pressure from PSV. And now KDB getting it out wide. Quadrado.
One more goal could make the gap too big. Oh. Power shot again, he loves it.
I think he's overdoing it now a little bit, but can you blame him really after scoring that one?
I mean, he might have another one coming up very soon. Quadrado, back to Mbappe. Oh, it's electric from Manu Bashir. He finds a fourth.
Wow.
And I think we might be going into game 3. PH is just left speechless.
Okay. I mean, even so, For those that don't know, I look at these guys every single day. I work with them every single day. And I haven't seen him play this good in a long time. I knew he was playing well, but I think Manu right now is playing out of his skin. And you can't even blame PHC right now.
And why do you think that is?
It's this stage, man. He's won it 3 times, like I said. Like, he's won it 2 times himself, three times in total. He wants that dynasty. Like I said, I think he wants that gif as well, you know, where Paulo Neto was in the EMLS. He was like doing 1, 2, 3, counting his fingers. It's just Manu that doesn't want to lose against Levy as well, I think. They have a rivalry going on, both as a friendship. He's not going to let this go decided by him beating Emre. He wants to go challenge Levy.
It just feels like it's going to happen, though. It feels like it's destined to be a Levy de Weert against Manu Bashir matchup. Remember, they can choose who plays the third game. There's no set rules of who has to play.
Let's be honest, Brandon. Wasn't it like 4 years ago? I think it's 3 years ago, 3.5, that you did hosting some online tournaments, and you always saw that Manuel Bachor _ and Levy de Weert, that you were like, who are these kids? And they faced off against each other in the finals. And one time, I remember it was one of your tournaments that was run online. You were like, who is this kid? Levy de Weert. and then, like, one tournament later, who's this kid? Manuel Bachor. And now they're up against each other. Probably in this grand final in the third leg. But let's see if PHC still has something.
And to think he's on from that. One's become a world champion and one has won so much as well, that EA Sports Cup, that 2v2 tournament. Both established names in the season. I remember the days when Levy de Weert used to play in $100 PlayStation tournaments.
That one, yeah, PlayStation
head to head with Liverpool against PSG, or Liverpool against Real Madrid. 95 rated mode, and he was grinding. just grinding tournaments out, getting reps in.
For sure was, but let's not count out PHC in 73rd minute.
Sorlov's come on now. That's his ultimate birthday item, which will give you the same sort of body and feel as Haaland for a lot cheaper.
So now on both ends, he has an option to whip it into. But yeah, like we said, this is a statement from PSV for sure. 76th minute, and I think it's already going to be a little bit of an impossible mission for PHC, as Manu is just controlling the game right now. Will we see the pressure from PHC? Again, just great feat, staying composed is Manu. And he does win a corner kick as well.
Just taking more time out of the game. 12 minutes away.
79 minutes from 3 goals, Brandon. It's just mathematically already
it can happen, but maybe not when Manu's trying to find a 5th.
Certainly not. You have to get that ball out of his feet somehow, in some way.
De Bruyne.
Goalkeeper movement there. Yeah, this is just smart. Yeah. Manu controlling the game. It might not be the prettiest.
You're up against PHC, you're not going to be an idiot. You know what I mean? You're going to look after the ball. You're going to hold on to it.
You've experienced it yourself yesterday, how quick it can go against PHC.
Yeah, it can go pretty quick.
Yeah, that's why.
Final 7 minutes. As we said, if you have just tuned in, this is the eDivisie finals. We've already confirmed who will be taking the FC Pro World Championship spots. Manu Bashir gets one of those, and Max of Ajax. Champions League already confirmed as well. 4 more tickets given away to that competition, which happens in May of this year. Yeah, I don't know if it'll be nothing more than a consolation if PSV was to get one now. But Ajax won the first game right at the death. Levy de Weert beating Emre Yilmaz. Manu Bashir will take down PSV in game number 2. So we will be going to a third game in this best-of-3 format. The question is, who steps up to the plate? We think that it will be Levy and Manu, but let's see what will happen and what discussions will happen between
the teams
and the coaches, really.
Yeah, but like this is also, it's just going to be very special as well, because this third game, the player that wins that, Brandon, he will feel he's won the eDivisie finals for his team, right? The third leg, it's all about, it doesn't matter if it's Levy, it doesn't matter if it's Manu, it doesn't matter if it's Emre, it doesn't matter if it's PSV. If you win that one,
it's the one that matters, isn't it?
You are the man of the hour, for sure.
Well, there, what performance has been from Manu, who went 1-0 down early doors to PHC and has forced a third game for him and his teammate Emre Yilmaz. handshakes between the two, and now this is where the conversations will start to happen. Who's playing game 3?